Today we're going to replace the front rotors and brake pads on this 2014 Chevy Silverado. Alright, first thing we're going to do is remove the pads, then we'll remove the brake bracket to remove the rotor. First start off with the caliper bolts. Alright, to remove the caliper bolts we'll be using a size 19mm socket. I will be using my impact. This just makes life that much easier. And the same thing for the top one. You do want to grab on to the caliper itself, and we'll slide the caliper out. Might need a screwdriver to kind of help you pry it outwards, and then we'll sit up on top. Alright, just like so. We'll grab the pad, and these pads are still decent, pretty good actually, but we're going to replace them. The customer does have some shaking when he is braking, so that usually means the rotors are pretty much done from so much heat, probably from coming down the mountain and using your brakes a lot. But we're going to use an old brake shoe and a C-clamp to compress these pistons back into place. Alright, just like so, and this is a dual piston system, so you want to make sure both pistons are nice and compressed. We'll remove the C-clamp and remove the brake. And we'll remove the other brake as well. Yeah, these pads still have a lot of life on them. Well, we're going to put some replacements on there. And the replacements do come with brand new hardware as well. So we'll remove the hardware from here. And then next what we'll do is remove the bracket from its location. All right, to remove the bracket, I'm going to use a size 18mm socket. Loosen the bottom one up. Alright, if you put the key in the ignition and you turn it one time, you should be able to move the steering down here. And I'm moving this over so I can have access to this bolt with the impact. And just like that, bracket is off. Probably going to need both hands. And we'll set this over to the side. Straighten our wheel back out. We'll remove this little hex bolt that it has there. Not sure if it had two of them, not just one. Alright, and it looks like it's going to be a T30. We'll drive this sucker out. Sweet. And just like that, it is loose. And the rotor comes off. Whoa. And there we have it. And we have the replacement pads here. And the replacement rotors. So we'll get these suckers out and we'll get this going. Here's the replacement parts. Sweet. Alright, here's the replacement rotor. I'm going to spray this down with some brake cleaner and wipe this down. Flip it around and repeat. Alright, and we'll put in the calipers back into, or the rotors back into place. Make sure this hole is lined up with that one there so you can put in the bolt. And we'll put the bolt in and secure it down. Sweet. Next we'll prep the brake caliper. We'll remove the caliper pins. Spray them down with some brake cleaner, wipe these suckers down, throw on some new grease, and slap them back into place. What I like to do is, this boot is not removable, is spray some brake cleaner in here, clean this out, repeat. So that way we break down all the grease that's in there. And then what I like to do is blow this sucker out with some compressed air. It does get a tad messy, so I put a rag. Spray everything out. We'll put in new grease and slap that pin back into place, and then we'll repeat the next one. Alright, there it is, nice and greased up, and we'll slide that sucker into place. Perfect. You want it to be nice and bouncy just like that. Now we'll repeat the same process on the next one. Alright, and we'll install the new brake hardware. Just like so. And then this one here on top. Only one thing I forgot to mention is I like to apply a little bit of grease. I'm just so used to doing it in the car. I never really do this process here. But you just want to make sure it's all lined up. Nice and straight. Press them in, throw some grease. That grease will create a insulation so it does not squeak. Alright, we're ready to install the bracket back into place. We'll grab our bolts and set this into place and bolt it down. We'll secure these back down with the 18mm socket. Sweet, we'll put in the new pads. All right, this bigger one will go in the back, and then this one here, the regular one, will go right in the front. I like to just start down and then make my way up to the top, just like so. And same thing on the other side. And there we have it. We'll put in the caliper back into place and put on the 2 bolts that hold it down. All right, and secure these down with a 19mm socket. And same thing with the top one there, and we are set. We just have to do the other side, put the wheel back on, start up the vehicle, compress the brake a couple of times, and then we are good to go. And essentially, that is how we replace the front brakes and rotors on this 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 5.3 4-wheel drive. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. All right, I started up the vehicle, compressed the brakes a couple of times, and we are set. We'll go ahead and give it a little try. Everything is working perfect. Sweet. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.